D&D next, but classic D&D. There's not a lot of spells in D&D, and I think it's going to be an easy system to convert. So that will also be in the works. And plus, a couple of my son and also my friend Aaron, we are working on a zombie apocalypse game. It is continually growing, and we have a lot of information, and it's taking a lot longer to make than expected, but it is going to be really good when it comes out, and it's going to be probably several months before it's even ready to be tested mechanics wise and everything, because there's just so much lore uh, that we keep adding. I mean, it's just nonstop. And thanks everybody for being here. Wow, there's a lot of people in the channel, so I really appreciate it. And hello, Panda. And what's up, Shikaka? Shikaka, I haven't seen you in a while. But then again, you haven't seen me in a while either, so. But anyway, thanks a lot, guys. There's a lot of people here. We're going to be getting started on Dragon Age here in a couple minutes. So let me get prepared, and well, I'm already prepared. We're in the small town of Ventiver, which you can see Ventiver on the map, right below the hills and Southron Hills in the middle of your map. That is where our party is currently at the moment. They have a few things that are going to be going on, and they are leaving the town of Ventiver to look for some Dalish elves, and also a huge abomination that has been plaguing the local Dalish gypsy community. And his name is Mythanos. So we are going to be starting here in a few minutes. I'm going to be going over to the other channel, and we'll be doing that.
Channel switched.
Okay.
Hey guys. Hey, thanks for coming, Crow. I was hopefully you were going to see the the email, so we were hoping you were going to show up. So, but our plan worked.
Went to watch someone else's stream. Was like Dragon Age Section 2. I was like, oh nuts! I better get on TeamSpeak.
That's why I put Dragon Age Session 2, because I knew that would immediately send a red flag to you. So.
I was
hey, what's up, M Love? The new Thursday group is going to be D&D next.
For RGG streams.
Saturday is going to be D&D next.
Stick around and play more Pokemon.
Oh yeah. Well, we're going to be playing Dragon Age tonight until probably 11 o'clock to midnight. So
that's fine.
We're going to be getting a late start tonight, but nonetheless, we will be playing Dragon Age, and I will be killing some bitches tonight.
Early start.
Yeah, it is kind of an early start, because we usually start at 8 o'clock, but on Thursdays I usually start, my Thursday group usually started at 6:30, and we would stop at 10, because my son would usually have to take off at 10 o'clock, because he's still in high school, so...
School and...
Yep. So
whatnot.
His cutoff time is 10 p.m., so that's why I always wrap the game up, so... Alright, so you guys are in Ventiver, whatever, however you want to say it. And I guess, Raven, you would like to give a backstory of what happened in our first session?
Sure.
Alright, go for it, man.
Alright, in session 1, the party met during a raid on their caravan with Aziza and Bella. And my character, Elephane, and Alexander showed up at the end of it to help save them. We went to, after a short little discussion there, we went and found refuge at a farm that was overrun and everybody was slain by light creatures.
Yep, that was the Fuldor farm, by the way, just to give you the name of it.
Yeah, I forgot the name.
Oh, no problem, dude. The Fuldor farm.
And after some misadventures with our little, well, I shouldn't say little, with Alexander and his grape smuggling.
Best grape smuggling ever.
That was pretty. That was pretty. That's like a dungeon master's dream when a player pulls something like that and steals a bunch of grapes that's in an entire a vineyard type of community. So when you go to sell them within the same community that you're stealing them from, they're gonna know that they're stolen or something is fishy, because it is such a small community. So that was the whole great thing about that, Crow, and I appreciate you doing that. That was really fun. I'm sorry to break in. You can
It's fine.
go ahead, Raven.
As the party reached Ventifer, Alexander tried to sell his said stolen grapes to Neckbeard, which called the guards, and he was arrested.
Neckbeard.
I have a question. Is Neckbeard a surface dwarf or an actual human?
Neckbeard is a human. He's not a surface dwarf, no.
I kind of pictured him as a dwarf.
Yeah, the role-playing voice that I had represented a dwarf, but he was actually literally just like a Scotsman or something. Well, although there's no Scotsman in a
wrinkly surface dwarf that's like 200 years old, stroking his beard, sitting on the front winery step with his gun in his hand, going, "Who wants to sell me something today?"
Stroking his neck beard.
Yeah.
Nice. Sort of like I do on stream sometimes.
Yep.
Sorry, Raven. We keep interrupting you.
It's fine. It's all in good fun. Where was I? Neckbeard. After Alexander was arrested, we all got called to the warden's house, so to speak, to talk about the misadventure at the farm, as we discussed what went down, and they found out that everyone was killed. The warden let Alexander go after some persuasion, and the party is now going to find the Dalish elves.
That is correct, and that's where you guys are at. You guys are in the town of Ventiver, and the warden has actually assured you that Ashara, which is the elf, would actually be taken care of, and Tarldale assures you of that. So before you decide to leave Ventiver, because Ashara had given you a map of the old Lost Keep and of the location of the Dalish camp, and it is about a 2-day journey from Venter to the Lost Keep, and it's going to take a day to get, basically a full day's travel to get to the Dalish camp. Then it would probably be wise to stay there and then continue to the Lost Keep the next day. But that's not my decision. I'm just telling you probably what would be the best thing for you guys to do. But does anybody else want to stop in Teventer? I mean, you guys have the actual Teventer handout, and you can. There are different establishments throughout the city. Like the winery, the temple, the Arbor Inn, the smithy, and the stables. So there are locations to visit. There's also, a few general goods stores as well. I mean, it's saying that Ventiver is a small community. They really don't have the large surplus of supplies a larger city would have, like Denerim or something like that.
Bell's character and Aziza's
Chork
just
and
came from the temple
21, if you guys are
and
interested.
were requested by the constable to meet with the people before,
Please
right? So
send
we
me
had already
some
left.
Mails, and so you guys had already left? I didn't think you guys actually left.
We haven't actually left the town yet.
No, not
We're
the
at
town,
the
but I
inn.
mean, we were at the point where the riot was almost breaking out, and then that's where we left off, sort of.
Well, the riot had broken out. The riot had actually been dispersed after Tardale, which is the warden. He actually dispersed them. But Coalon, the blacksmith, it seemed like he was the actual leader and the front man of the actual, the group of people with the torches and pitchforks and all of the slurs and pointy ears and the knife ears, and so yeah, the blacksmith was basically in charge of the riot.
As I catch up with the party, and in real life I was on a bio break, I've just got back. As I catch up with the party, I suggest that maybe we go and speak with the blacksmith. And also, I would like to, if possible, call back into the chantry, because I do need to have a quick discussion with them. It will only take a few moments. I won't hold you guys up too much. I would just like to have a very quick discussion with them as well, if I may. So we can do that in whichever order you guys like.
Can we go to the smithy first? Because I'm not 100% sure.
Schultz 1213, thank you
take
for the
in
follow
the
as well,
party.
man. Pasnos, Man Under Fire, Vestman. Wow, lots of new
That's
followers
understandable.
tonight. Thank you very much,
that seems
guys.
like an idea.
Thank you
And
very
if we
much.
find that the smithy is taking a little longer than we expect, I can always quickly shoot the chantry myself, and just ask them what I need to, and speak to them about what I need to speak to them about.
It
So
probably
that's
would not be a
acceptable.
good idea for me to actually go into the smithy shop.
Okay. Then who shall
Because he
talk
does
to
have
Smithy?
a particular dislike of Dalish elves, and I am a Dalish elf. So if you
Well-
want any information out of him, you might want to leave me outside.
Yeah, he was the one leading all of the the knife ear comments and stuff. So
Yes, and there's a very likelihood this town would be without a blacksmith if I went in.
although you guys got to remember, Tardell, he did tell you that off the record that Koalon was the one who started all of the ruckus with the Dalish elves a couple weeks prior during their winery festival. So everybody in the town knows that he's pretty much the one with the short fuse, and he's the one that has problems with the elves. Everybody else was just intoxicated from that great wine, and so everybody just kind of followed him. But the warden does know that the elves weren't at fault in that whole thing, and that's why we have the mess that we have right now.
I glance across at my human mage compatriot and say to him, maybe it would be a good idea if you, at least initially, were a spokesperson and spoke to the smithy. I think, obviously, as another human, he may accept you easier.
Yes, I can do that for you.
So, shall we head to the smithy first? And Elephane, are you going to wanting to stay outside, or do you wish to come in as well?
All right, now who is going where?
Aziza will head to the blacksmith and see if he's there. Maybe get a word of why he would start such a riot.
I
am
follow
going to stay
Aziza.
outside and listen.
Okay, so you three are basically heading over to the village smithy. All right, so we'll take care of you three, and when you get there, it is you are met from Dorn Mullen, and Dorn Mullen is the apprentice that Koalon is training, and Dorn Mullen is the son of the owner of the Arbor Inn to where the group is staying. So and to also where you kept Ashara the first session hidden. And Dorn Mullen says that he had left with several of his friends had stopped by. He doesn't know where Koalon had actually went to, but he said that he had some business to take care of out of town, and that he would be away for some time. And Dorn just doesn't know when he's going to get back.
Okay.
See you,
We'll try him
Underscore.
another time.
Thanks for stopping by, buddy. Good seeing you, and I'll see you next time. All right, so it seems that Belle wants to go to the Chantry, correct?
That is correct, yes.
Okay. So you get to the Chantry, and you talk to one of the other priests of the Chantry, and she tells you that Sister Arda is still away, but she had got a message from Arda that she should be coming back within the next few days. She has been away in the west, and she had to leave unexpectedly due to another arise at another Chantry. So she should be back hopefully within the next several days. So, and honestly, it seems like it might work out because you guys might be able to get back in time. So it could work out time-wise for you guys.
I thank her for the information and ask if she could please let Sister Ada know when she arrives back that a mage that was sent from the Circle Tower was looking for her, and ask if she could make herself and avail herself of me should I arrive back after she does.
She definitely knows your presence is of an utmost importance, and she will let Sister Arda know the moment that she gets back. Especially when any visitors from the Circle Tower or the Chantry come to to this small little temple, then it is definitely of an importance, and she will get with you.
I give her a small smile and I say, "May I trust the smile on you?"
And she winks
And
at
then
you
leave.
and sticks her tongue out at you. No, I'm just kidding. Jokes.
What
Jokes.
is
Jokes.
it with you trying to get all these women to hit on me?
Well, I'm just reading your profile. You have a curvaceous elf, so and I'm just trying to have a little bit of fun
I think
with
I
it.
missed the straight part on that 1 second.
All right, so I guess the party is back together. Where did you guys meet back up within Ventiver?
Out front of the front door of the inn.
Okay, you guys are back at the Arbor Inn. Are there any supplies that you need or anything before you set out for your multi-day journey?
I'm just having a very quick look. How far away did Ashara say that the camp was?
It is actually almost 2 days' journey, and it's about halfway between, which is 1 day, is the Dalish camp, and it's basically on the way.
What time of day is it currently, please?
It is in the morning right now,
Okay.
so you should be able to reach the Dalish camp with minimal disturbances. You should be able to make it by nightfall. Well, actually, probably around dusk.
As the kind of like the individual that has potentially the least experience of the world outside of the White Spire and then the Circle Tower, in which I actually have resided for 8/10 of my life, I look to the party and ask what they think of us starting the journey now. And do we actually need any supplies or anything that we don't currently have?
I would advise if you're low on food and water, you get that now.
Okay, I want to go to the general store and pick up another set of 7-day travel rations and another water skin. Is that alright, Dave?
Yeah, that's totally fine. Whatever the
That's two,
The
that's
prices.
2 silver and 40 copper.
yeah, that's fine.
Is it standard price for goods in Ventiva?
It is standard price. But if you want wine, it's about 40-50% cheaper because they are the actual manufacturers of the spirits. So obviously it's
Yeah,
going to be cheaper.
Of course, yeah. Well, actually, being quite a chaste individual, I don't drink anyway, so...
Thursday's group is going to play D&D.
Looks though my character needs to grab some.
Saturday's
water
group
as
is going to
well.
play D&D as
Like
well.
My character has Nothing. It's got rations, but nothing else.
Probably D&D next.
David, from a purely mechanical perspective, how long would a water skin last us? Would it last us for an entire day or a couple of days?
It'll last you several days.
Okay.
You should have enough for your trip, because there's probably going to be spots on the way as well that you're going to be able to replenish your water skin anyway. So.
I was just asking for like everybody's benefit as well as my own as well.
Oh yeah. Plus if you're out of food, I mean you can hunt as well. So it's not like you're gonna starve after a day or so with no food. You're just gonna have to hunt.
I understand. Yeah.
All right. Anybody else need anything? Anyone?
Collectively, how many torches do we all have? I have 2.
I have one.
That's up to you guys.
I'm just checking.
I am going to. I was thinking about this. I was thinking about house ruling this, and I just want to kind of take a minute pause from the game. How would you guys like the mages to have like a 1 mana cost spell? Because there is no magical type of light sourcing. The only source for light is basically a flame weapon. I think it's flame weapon, right? Something like that.
No, there's actually an ability focus. Is it an ability focus? You can take a magic focus. If you take one of the schools as a focus, it gives you a small
at level
creature.
6.
A wisp.
No, it's one of the focuses. Yes, it gives you a little wisp that emanates like a 10-foot sphere of light, or is it a 10-yard sphere of light?
Yeah, well, I was talking about just a basic, instead of having a specialization. I'm just talking a basic, sort of like the equivalence to like a light cantrip in D&D that the mages and the clerics get. I think something like that could prove pretty useful. That's just
I agree,
my personal opinion. And I want to make it the same radius as a torch, which I believe a torch is 6 feet light radius, 6 yard radius. So that would be in Roll20
18 feet.
It would be 18 feet. So yeah. So I was thinking we could actually just go ahead and have that, and then I will add that onto the mage spell list as just a basic spell, and it will it'll last for an hour, and it will cost 1 mana.
So one mana point, and it lasts for an hour. Cool.
Correct.
And it's got an 18 feet radius. Cool.
Yes, and in fact, I mean, we could even do like an 8-hour thing. I mean, I want you guys to have a sort of light, because there are disc spells and stuff in Dragon Age, and I think that could add another good element as a creature could see a magical light force, a light source, and then they could dispel that or something, and then you guys would be in pitch darkness, and then you'd have to scramble to light a torch or get another light source, light spell cast. I think that would add a pretty interesting element to the game. So
it would be a magical light source, not the ability to actually light something. But would you need to
it'll be like a magical flame.
Or would you like an object?
No, any object. But if you put it on your sword, it will not damage the sword. It's just like a magical flame that won't render any. There won't be any damage whatsoever. It'll just be basically for a light source for pitch black situations.
Like it could be a tiny sphere that floats above the said mage's head and just illuminates the area. You could do a little flaming, whatever you want to do. If a little flaming orb wants to follow you around, that would be fine. As long as you have a light source, that is fine.
But I was thinking about that. Sorry, would there be a target number for that, or would it just be like
no? It's just going to be an automatic. Okay. It'll just be an automatic thing for 1 mana. So yes, the target number will be a 19. No, I'm just kidding.
I guess I'm not going to be using that.
I'll use every bit of my mana to fail every time. All right, so we'll get back into the game now. But all right, so you guys will have access to that. Just to let you know.
Cool. Thank you. That actually is quite helpful. Actually, even though I'm carrying 5 torches anyway, at least with that, I'm guessing would that be like you can turn it on and then you can turn it off if at any time?
Exactly. But every time you turn it back on, it's 1 mana,
Yeah. Cool.
which is not a lot anyway. 1 mana is really not. Nothing.
No, I have 20 at the moment. So anyway, sorry I've derailed. So please continue.
No, you're fine. No, I'm just saying, you guys are you guys ready to make the 2-day journey?
So, I would like to ask the other party members as well. What are the prices of boots in this town?
User in your channel was banned from the server.
I just had to ban somebody from the channel, so
I was in the middle of doing that.
no problem. That happens sometimes.
It does.
That's actually only the second time an asshole's come into my TeamSpeak channel and done that. So, thank you, asshole. I know you're watching the stream, so go troll another channel. So, I got no time for little boys or girls shit. So, take off, man.
However, if you are watching the stream, please stay and keep watching. We really appreciate that view. Thank you very much.
Yeah, please, thank you. Tell your friends as well, and they can all come in here and I'll ban them as well. Just keep watching the stream. Thank you. Have a nice night. Enjoy your Dragon Age game.
Sorry, please continue. I just had to say that.
All right, before we leave,
There's
I
no
definitely need to get a
drama
pair of
chore.
boots, gentlemen
Just some
and
asshole
ladies.
came into the
Where would I go about
the
getting this,
channel,
and how much do
blasting
they cost?
music.
A pair of boots?
Boots. My character has no boots.
You've
Your
got
character has
you,
travelers
yeah,
down?
you're all characters have travelers stuff, so you're good to go.
Okay, very good.
We make you more barefooted.
Barefooted and half naked.
The Circle Tower has taken you of your pride and your boots. Oh my goodness.
Has everybody got everything that they need?
Yep.
Chork, thank you very much for the follow as well, my friend. Thank you very
We make
much.
haste for the Daedalus camp.
All right. So you guys actually head out the gate, and you are now starting to head in a in a easterly direction towards the Brazilian forest. So you're going to be heading in this direction here, to the right. So I guess
Are we
was
following
my
the
ping
path,
not
or are we
working?
just walking through the wilderness?
Yeah, it's
It's just in purple.
Okay, all right, that's cool because I'm not getting a ping on my other map, which is no problem. I think it's because I'm logged into the game as both a game master and a player, so I think that's probably why.
You know,
So
if
about-
the time's right, we could do the Olympic rings.
So as you guys get about a mile down the beaten path, sort of say, you start to, actually all of you, I don't need to do a perception roll for this, but everyone starts to, see some figures in the woods, and it seems like you are being visited by the blacksmith Coalin and a few of his friends. So there are 3 of them. There are a total of 4 of them with Coalin, and there are 4 of you. And Coalin steps out of the woods, and he has a smithing hammer in his hand, just kind of patting it in his hand. And you kind of get you kind of sense that, he is here to, obviously he's here to, find you, but how he found you, that's, you guys just really don't understand that. But he does appear out of the woods with his 3 cronies, which are basically his friends, and his friends are all, strapping young lads and everything. And this is what it appears to be. Coalin is the gentleman in the front, and then he has his cronies behind him. Although the picture says 6, there's really only 4 of them. And he says that you should not interfere with the elf, and that the elf needs to be taken care of, and that the elves are up to no good, and this is why everything is happening, is because of the dastardly knife ears. And this is as he's continuously patting his hammer in his hands.
True to elephant fashion, I will grin and wink at him.
I'll walk out and I'll cross my arms and just kind of stare at them.